Hello, and welcome to an Anvil tutorial on advanced data storage. In our last video, we created a simple to-do list app. This was a single user application, and anyone with the secret URL could access it. Today, we're going to turn that app into a multi-user service. Here's the to-do list app we built last time. It's been updated to match our new look and feel, but it's the same code. In our last video, we gave all visitors the ability to read and write our reminders table. This is fine when you use Anvil's secure sharing features. For a private app, only someone with this secret link can access the app. But we want to make this a public service where anyone can sign up, so we need more fine-grained access control. We're going to use an Anvil feature called Client Writable Views. If we add a column to a data table telling us who owns a given reminder, we can get a filtered version of the table, with only one user's reminders. We can then give the client code access to this view only. If we allow it, they can even update these rows, or add new ones. We'll start by making a new table, to store all the people using our app, and when they signed up. We'll call it Users, and give each user an email address and a sign-up date. Now we'll make a new column in our reminders table, referring to the user who owns this reminder. We'll also remove the client code's permission to access this table directly. Code in forms is not trustworthy. A malicious visitor to the website can change it to do whatever they like. But code in server modules is trustworthy. We're going to write a server function that returns only the view for the current logged in user. We'll be using Google authentication to log users in, so let's add the Google service to our app. Let's make a new server module. We can create a server function by typing @anvil.server.callable and then a normal function definition. This means we can call this function from our form code. We can get the username with google.auth.getUserEmail. Now let's look them up in the users table. We search the users table for rows where the email column matches this email address. If we can't find one, we'll add a new row to the users table, setting the email column to the user's email and the signed up column to the current date and time. We'll need to import the datetime class for this. Now we can return a client writable view on the reminders table. This gives them access to every row in the table where the user column refers to our user. If we run the app now, we'll get an error. That's because the form code is still trying to use apptables.reminders directly, so let's change that. In the init method, where the form is created, we'll require the user to log in with Google. Now we're authenticated, we can get our personal view of the reminders table from the server. We'll call it self.reminders. Now to call a server function, we write anvil.server.call and then the name of the server function. We could pass more arguments here, but we don't need them. Now, all we need to do is change the rest of the code to use self.reminders, that's our view, rather than apptable.reminders. And we're done! Let's run the app and see what we've built. We log in, and we can add and edit reminders just as before. Using client writable views, we're reading and writing reminders rows directly, right there in the event handlers for these buttons and checkboxes. But if we log in as somebody else, we'll see a completely different set of reminders. If we look at the data table, we see that all the reminders are there, but we only gave users access to their own rows. Now we can make this application public, confident that every user's data is kept separate and secure. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our email course to receive more tutorials and guides.